How do you do, fellow kids? I've been looking forward to this one for quite a while. I've had this, just kind of chilling on my shelf, and I decided today is the day that I take Zartan out of his packaging. I am not a huge Zartan fan. I do have, as a G.I. Joe fan, I do like Zartan. I like, I kind of like his whole vibe. I think I would put him in the category of kind of unnecessary. We've got a lot of interesting characters, and I know that there are big Zartan fans, people who are big fans of the Dreadnoks in general. I think he's kind of misplaced in the G.I. Joe mythos. He seems to me like he would be more of a loner than like the leader of, and he is. His character is mostly that he's a loner. That he he goes on missions, and he's kind of like this master of disguise and everything like that. And so I don't understand why he would have a biker gang kind of at his disposal. I like the Dreadnoks, and I like him. He seems more, I don't know. The Dreadnoks are kind of a weird mix between biker gang and like Mad Max Road Warrior type type villains. And he kind of falls under the category of that sort of Road Warrior sci-fi villain. He's got some sort of like mystical power, mystical, energy to him. The whole turning blue thing, which doesn't seem like it would be an advantage. It's been played for like an allergy, and and I think it was originally meant to be sort of like pseudo camouflage, but it doesn't make him camouflaged. I don't know. It's just a whole. It's a bag of weird stuff that doesn't doesn't really jive together very well. And I think his disguise needs to be, I think there needs to be a little bit more integration between just the face and, the whole idea of him being disguised in general, because he doesn't, when you put on his mask, I don't know, he just looks like Zartan with a goatee. By the way, I do love this Dreadnoks logo, and I'm really excited to see more Dreadnoks in the classified line. So let's see here. One of the things that I love the most about this figure is that it is, in my mind, and people who are bigger Zartan fans, or people who are actually Zartan fans, I should probably say, could correct me, but it seems pretty true to the vintage version of this figure, and that's what I like. He's not a figure. I don't have the vintage version. I didn't have him growing up. The other thing is that, he was a deluxe figure, and people have made the observation, and I totally concur with this, is that the color changing gimmick was, I guess, expensive or something, and so in order to kind of make that work. So like this face is scarier, just as scary, if not scarier, than his regular face. I don't like if you're looking for Zartan. This guy walks up. You're like, oh, hi, Zartan. Hi, Mr. Obviously Zartan. You know, I wish there was some other way to disguise the rest of his body along with his face, because really, you know, the mask only disguises that aspect of him. I like the kind of, you know, very similar to what was in the vintage line backpack. This kind of idea that this is this is some sort of technology that allows him to, create the mask or the faces. He's got the monkey's paw, which is, you know, kind of nutso in the rattlesnake head, but you know, a lot of fun too. And then he's got his gun, his laser gun, which is pretty similar to what he had in the, you know, in the vintage version. He's got these pegs or something like that. I don't think those do anything. He's got peg holes for a variety of things on here, and obviously these could hook on there. But he also has some peg holes on his belt, which I guess these could put the rattlesnake on there. Not exactly sure. Oh, and then there's another one for possibly the monkey's paw. So I'm not sure if this is just for, you know, just different options or something like that, or if they're meant to, or if these two peg holes are specific for these accessories. That's a little difficult to get on there. But he's got a knife that fits in there. A little tight. Oh. And let's see. Does he have a holster for his gun, or is that peg onto the side? I guess that could. That could work like that. I'm not entirely sure. I'll have to look on the Instagram and see. Yeah, so he's kind of a crazy looking dude. I definitely think he makes sense as part of the, you know, in the G.I. Joe universe as a mercenary. You know, kind of a funny character, but and you know, I mean, like, he's iconic, so obviously I'm not gonna pass on Zartan. I mean, he's super cool, and this version of him is really badass too. Anyway, I also bought something recently. I got this. This is called a bag of violence. It's basically just some action figure accessories. It's probably going to take me a little while to peel that out of there, but it's got some great stuff. It's basically blood splatters and some melee weapons, and then these I think are supposed to be like motion-ish things to go along with that. So I'm gonna stop the video here, take these out, and then we'll check it out. All right, so that was the hardest packaging I've ever had to open. Not emotionally difficult. It was just physically difficult to open that up. I'm gonna go ahead and take this Apocalypse baseball bat war club. See if I can put it in Zartan's hand here. Okay, basically I just have to move the thumb out of the way. Yeah, let's see. Kind of tricky. I'll work that in there. Rotate it a little bit. Get some. That's good. That's good. let's set the stage a little bit. Let's see. Twist his head around the other way. Get a blood splatter there. Maybe some on his back. They say, or the packaging says that for best results, use some adhesive. Let's see. I think I can. Maybe. I don't know. Just throw that in there liberally. And yeah, there you go. There you go. Zartan doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't go in for insubordination. So that's yeah, that's the result. It's gonna bludgeon you to death with a spiky baseball bat. Got some other weapons. We got an axe. Got this crowbar. Pretty cool. Let's see what else. And then an aluminum baseball bat. And we got all sorts of different types of blood splatters. We got this would have to be used with some adhesive. You could put it on an action figure so that it looks like a bullet exit wound coming out there. There's another one with a smaller splatter. This one has a little bit of give because it's two pieces. So, and then get kind of a splat, and I think let's see, more exit wounds, little less. I don't know. Yeah, a little less clean than this one. And so all in all, pretty cool. Pretty cool. I think these are supposed to be like motion or something, but I don't know exactly how that works. Maybe for a fist? Maybe for like a swinging fist, I could put it on as. Oops. Oop. Well, that would have to be worked a little bit. I don't know if this is this works for the axe, like the axe coming down. But yeah, pretty cool stuff. Love Zartan. You know, I mentioned that I'm not a big Zartan fan. I guess basically what I should say is that I'm more of a Destro type guy. I think Destro is kind of the coolest badass, probably the biggest threat to Cobra Commander, but also really like Zartan. I just think there's some things about his character that are a little bit of a contradiction, kind of odd. He's got a cool dreadnought symbol. I think it's a dreadnought symbol, or maybe it's just a horned skull or something like that on his belt buckle. But yeah, all in all, really love this figure. You know, I'm glad he was not an exclusive, and that he is basically available to all collectors. And yeah, this blood splatter accessory kit I think is pretty dope. And I totally recommend it for some collectors who want to do some fun photography or just mess around with their displays. So yeah, there you go.